Hi everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel here, and today I'm continuing Lord of the Wings, the demo. And last time we had just started our quest to deliver a duck to the quest giver, and we were just traveling. And yeah, there wasn't too much happening there, so we are just coming back to where I think we're probably traveling at the end of the day, and we're setting up camp here, so we'll just get into it and see what happens. After what feels like a millennium, the sun begins to dip below the horizon, and we find a good spot to set up camp for the night. Perry turns back to his original form and sets off to look for fire kindling, while Fern and I unload the needed supplies from the cart. Algernon looks more alive now that the sun is shrinking away. He's not doing anything, but he claims he's acting as moral support. Oh, this is camp. Baz is keeping the duck company, apparently making conversation with it. I place 2 packed away tents by where he is and look curiously at the duck.
Quick!
Aww.
It seems so sad. You think? Baz gestures to the duck. Just look at it. I take a closer look. We were not supposed to look at the duck, and I see its shining, beady eyes stare back at me. Oh no. The duck's charms are starting to work on me. The duck was telling me it feels cramped in there. I force myself to look at anything but the duck, refusing to let it win me over. It's day 1 for crying out loud.
I'm
sorry, Baz. You know we can't let it out.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. He looks like a kicked puppy, and the niggling guilt I'm feeling only grows. Any chance you could help roll out the bed mats? Yeah, I can do that. He immediately rallies off his funk, jumping to his feet and taking the mats out of my hands. Thank you. Getting back to work, we finish building our campsite in no time. I step back and dust off the grainy dirt from my hands. Good work, team. Perry, is the alarm spell set?
Oh.
No, I'll get to it. Oh, thanks. I only asked as a formality. He's usually not this distracted. I hope he's okay. Once Perry finishes setting up his spell, I help him make tonight's dinner, which is nothing but a glorified soup. Algernon, ever the optimist, says it's the best thing he's ever tasted, except, of course, he actually hasn't tasted it on account of he doesn't actually eat human food. Fern disagrees rather explicitly. Afterwards, the party begins calling it a night. Well, everyone but me and one other member. A shadowy figure sits in front of the dancing fire. He doesn't hear me coming. Or he does, but is choosing to ignore me.
Baz? What are you doing?
Baz raises his head abruptly.
You afraid, Puppet?
What are you eating?
What?
Baz blinks and swallows whatever it is he's chewing.
Sorry. You said something?
Have to change the settings for the volume.
What are you doing?
Roasting peanuts.
Where did you get those?
Saved them for my lunch. They taste better when warm and toasty. I just wish I had some garlic and salt.
That's a very specific craving.
I am a man of very specific tastes, and preparing snacks is a sacred ritual.
I mean, snacks are very important. His snack preparing station is so complex, it's 1 pentagram away from accidentally summoning an eldritch abomination.
I don't think you can find garlic out here.
I thought you'd bring garlic with you everywhere. On account of Algernon.
The only way to stop Algernon with garlic is by throwing it at him.
I can hear you!
We're 10 meters apart! Can you cut it with the stupid self-made echoes?
Baz laughs so hard he chokes on his snack. Oh, Heimlich. I quickly shove a water skin at him. 2 big gulps, and his cough finally stops. Oh, you mean like, it's fine. Okay. Baz continues chewing his peanuts like he didn't just almost die from it, and humming a tune I've never heard before.
So, what do you think of the trip so far?
Baz shrugs.
I underestimated the dangers of this trip. I almost died just now.
That's your own fault.
Technically, it's yours and Algernon's.
Lol.
I can still hear you! You!
Algernon's little face over here. So funny.
It was quite fun. Still better company than dead bodies. So I'll give it 3 stars.
Nice.
Out of...
5
only 3?
means there's room for improvement. My turn now. How would you rate having me on this trip?
Honestly?
5, couldn't get anyone better. Literally 3, payback for your score. 1, adventurers must start small. What's this do?
And like I said, there's room for improvement.
There is.
Well, don't you get used to it and run away from us now. You still owe us a res.
Yeah. As much as I enjoyed this, I don't think I'll make a career leap right away.
Why? Fun and danger are not really your style after all?
No, well, the trip itself is fun, but I just expected it to be more lively.
Lively.
Fern was sulking the whole time. Algernon was sleeping, and Perry was a cow.
Ox.
Same difference. Don't you ever get lonely?
Wow. The conversation unexpectedly turns serious.
Well, it's not usually like this.
Is it because I'm here?
Nah. It's because it's easier when Roz is around.
Same difference. Don't you ever get bored? I mean, I would, with no one to talk to.
I shake my head.
It's usually not this bad. Fern's usually not this snippy.
Baz drums on the topic of Fern like it's a live grenade.
Really? Then what is there?
Still none of your business. Don't push your luck.
We sit in silence for a few seconds before Baz grabs the abandoned conversation and spins it back alive.
So, Fern's not usually a drag.
He's surprisingly tenacious. There's a huff from the tent and I shake my head.
No.
Baz is all eager like a child begging for a bedtime story.
Roz helps. And Peregrine isn't usually pulling a cart, so he's not usually a cow.
Ox?
I'm just testing you. You haven't had the chance to hang out with him much, but he's actually pretty funny.
And then there's Roz.
I nod silently. Roz.
Roz, whom you refuse to resurrect for whatever stupid reason.
Baz has fallen equally silent without the benefit of his voice. I can't really tell what he's thinking.
When you're bored with me, you could always do a quick res.
One way to convince him.
Oh, I doubt I'll ever be bored of you.
Blush, blush. At his comment, my chest tightens against my expanding ego and I push it back down.
You sure? She's cracking company.
So are you.
Hanging out with Baz is going to give me such a big head. There's a groan from the direction of the cart and I shake my head. He chuckles.
Too bad you were unable to res her.
Thanks to you.
You're most welcome.
Oh my. We're barely out of the gate and I already feel tired to the bone. How the hell does Roz do this all day? Every day? I shuffle in my bedroll, eyes blinking in the darkness. Roz? Nothing. Hey, Roz. Again, nothing. Usually she's poking her head into everything, but since she left me in charge, she hasn't even bothered to show her undead face. Something's off.
Oh.
I push aside the niggling feeling of wrongness and turn around, firmly closing my eyes and willing myself asleep. There's work to be done in the morning, even if that work mostly consists of cat wrangling. One unusually angry cat. One unusually distracted cat. One particularly chaotic cat. And an overeager necromancing puppy. Honestly, thank the gods for Baz. Oh, that was it? Oh, I love that. That's okay. We can. This I knew it was a demo. I thought it was gonna be a little longer, but that's okay. That's just my timing, as per usual. Okay, that's fine. Well, you'll see this. You're saying this like right after this other one was posted, so that's fine. That's fun. I guess let me just do random. Let's do pink hair. I don't know, I'll do braid this time. I'll be Marie still. I want to change I want pink. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just.
Look out!
Duck!
Okay, can I? Do I ever get? Oh, I assume that we don't get items. Skip. Let's roll towards Peregrine. The closest form of safety is right by the door behind a large boulder where Peregrine is sitting. I let myself fall next to him, panting heavily and wincing as I remove my hand to take a look at the deep gash on my side.
Do you suppose flowers grow because they want to get away from the ground?
I hiss as I recover the wound with my blood-soaked hand.
What?
Flowers?
I stare back at him, mouth opening and closing as I take in the little flower blooming in front of him. I look over my shoulder at the battle, still raging and shake my head, trying to wrap my mind around the little corner of denial happening here.
I thought you said it was because they wanted to get closer to the sun.
Oh, that too.
You could always ask.
I wouldn't want to interrupt. Oh, she says that the neighborhood has gone to rags. Some loud tenants have moved in, and her friends don't visit enough. It's very isolating.
Okay, that's the dragon.
What the hell, Fern? I need healing here!
I'm trying. Fuck you, Ross. I told you to stay close.
Sometimes you just need a good vent.
Perry, I don't suppose you might want to,
Wrangling Peregrine demands a gentle touch, one that is hard to come by when you're one whack away from oblivion.
Perry, Roz is having a hard time. You don't suppose you could
Did you know that Venus traps can count?
lend her a hand? Maybe make some vines?
They can do up to double-digit sums.
Oh. I stare at him. He stares back, smile firmly plastered on his face.
We need you.
Peregrine's smile quivers and my heart tightens with pain.
Ah, yes. Brilliant mind for numbers, those Venus traps.
Perry?
Brilliant mind.
I wrap my arm around his shoulders and nod. Clearly, this is a dead end.
Can they do long division?
Perry gives me a funny look.
Of course not. They're just plants.
That's the lesson here, isn't it? Plants are just plants, so they obviously can't do long division, and it's just unkind to expect them to. Peregrine is just being Peregrine. The sounds of melee grow louder and my arm tightens around the halfling.
Fern, you fucking sock toast! Get your ass here!
Maybe next time your healer tells you to go take a break before going into the boss room, you'll listen to them!
Who takes 8-hour breaks in the middle of a dungeon?
Me! I do, so that I can keep your sorry ass alive!
I'm just gonna like...
They're almost out!
Sorry, this is like... We're going to go... I was trying to skip, but... We're meeting Baz. We're gonna do the same choices, basically. We're gonna meet our ex-boyfriend. We're gonna talk to Pixel.
Come on, Pix.
Okay, this is where I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna choose Varium. Just this time. And the day just keeps getting worse.
My. I thought I'd never see the day. You're asking help from little old me.
I can feel my left eyelid twitching ever so slightly.
Ooh, I'll need to check my calendar. You know, orphanages to burn, puppies to kick.
I'm sure if you try hard enough, you can squeeze us in. Perhaps somewhere between the murder and the thievery?
And why would I do that, exactly? At the end, this flattery is endearing, of course, but I'm not sure I could stomach 2 weeks of all this saccharine adoration. So, give me one good reason why I should help.
Because skulking in the shadows waiting to boo at random passers-by is bad for your complexion?
He just lifts an eyebrow at me and I grit my teeth, reminding myself why I'm doing this for the thousandth time since I made the decision. I'm responsible, and that makes making the right choice for the party. Much as it guts me to admit it, Varium might just be our best option.
It's good for you, too. The pay is absolutely ridiculous, and...
Oh, I don't care about any of that. All I want is for you to use the magic word.
What? Money isn't magical enough for you?
What can I say? I'm a highly sought-after professional. Innocent passers-by don't just boo it themselves, you know? One job is pretty much the same as the next, and unlike some people, I have skills that allow me to work solo.
He's not going to let it go, is he?
All you have to do is say pretty please with a bow on top, and I'll clear my schedule for you. It'll be just like old times.
Ugh.
You want a fruit basket, too? A parade?
I glare at him. He glares back. I know him. I know he'll say yes. That's why I'm here, isn't it?
Well...
Pretty please? His mouth curls upwards with a hint of a triumph.
See? Was it that hard?
Yep. He might have won the battle, but we both know that ultimately I won the war. Or lost, really, considering I'll have to actually put up with him for 2 weeks.
Since you ask so nicely, I'll do it.
Called it. See, everything's coming up, Marie. I swallow the uncomfortable triumph and tilt my head at him with perhaps a little too much can-do enthusiasm.
See you tomorrow. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Can't wait.
Do be on time.
The most obsessively punctual man I've ever met snorts.
I'll try my level best.
Cool. Okay, we'll skip this.
Alrighty then.
Why is it in a cage?
Does it have a name?
These are all the same dialogue. Okay. Varium is sitting still. Ever so often, his eyes wander to Fern, our belongings, and the interior of our cart before he winces and shakes his head. Algeron's still sleeping. Duck is quacking. It's quite quiet.
Right.
I have to set up the mood now. Harry. Okay, Harry's
No.
our ox.
Really?
Some bread.
Absolutely.
You've got a damn peer on your party, yet you make all your trips during the day. Shoddy management, if you ask me. Nobody asked you. Unlike some people, we adhere to a healthy 9 to 5. Same, only the less judgmental half of the clock. Better pay too, depending on the redistribution of wealth. Alright, that's it. We should establish some ground rules here first. First off, no stealing. Redistributing. You're only lying to yourself by redistributing other people's stuff. Thought after all these years on the road, you'd have finally let go of your useless morality. Guess not. You. Oh, shut up, both of you. Have your marital spat somewhere else, will you? Algernon nods slightly in approval and closes his eyes again. And the silence continues.
Oh, what?
Quack. Okay. You're staring at the duck. The duck's not going anywhere. For goodness sakes, you can blink. It's not going to spout tentacles and kill you. I'd be fine if that happened, though. That makes 2 of us. Just making sure it can't get out. We can't afford to lose it. It's a duck. It's in a locked cage. It doesn't have opposable thumbs either, so I'm not sure how you expect it to do much of anything. Quit being a paranoid wanker and help us set camp. Virium doesn't say anything and just glares harder at the duck.
Quack?
Quack? It looks like it wants out.
No.
Quack.
There's a reason you're in duck prison, and I'm not giving you a chance to show us why. I sigh and leave Miriam to argue with the duck. I've got better things to do. Okay, we're building the camp. Okay,
We need to have a word.
Okay.
Fire not up to your standards? More unsolicited advice on how to pitch a tent? Much as I'd love to rehash with you the proper procedure to clean a pot.
What is going on with your party?
My smile is all but wiped, and I look around me to check no one else is nearby. Not that I'd mind an audience when I inevitably lose my marbles and kill him.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing is wrong with
with my party.
sorry.
They're perfectly nice people, and if you don't like them...
Maybe wrong wasn't the most diplomatic way of putting it.
You think?
Oops.
I meant...
I put away the loot I'm holding, on account of I may need both my hands to strangle him, and glare at him.
You meant what, exactly?
He pauses and seems to be measuring his words. The only time Barium's weighed his words was with me in the last few years was to ensure they were heavy enough to crush me.
I didn't sign up for this.
Beg to differ. Last I checked, you signed on the dotted line. Same as us. Then again, we do have a bad habit of running away when things get tough, don't we?
A pang of old heartache stings at my chest, and I immediately regret the words.
I didn't mean...
Oh, you meant it all right.
That's better. Anger is easier than pain.
Have we somehow exceeded your expectations?
He shakes his head and turns away, taking a few steps, before whipping around and coming back again like the world's shittiest boomerang.
Let's give this another go, shall we?
Round 2 already. Boy, oh boy.
Your druid keeps telling me to look at trees and forgetting to cast alarm. Your warlock is dead for most of the day, and your healer hasn't done any healing whatsoever. I cut myself yesterday, and they told me to stick a band-aid on it. What the hell is going on?
Maybe they just don't like you. I can't really fault them, what with you being... well, you.
He stares at me for a few seconds and does it again. The measuring thing. The thoughtful thing. The I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. There's a razor-thin line between professionalism and civility, and he's dangerously close to crossing it.
You can pretend all you want, but something isn't right. You're worried, I can tell. And I don't know if that means I should be worried as well.
That's fair.
The man rhymes too, ladies. Gods. What an absolute catch.
Tell me I don't need to worry then. Tell me they're just dysfunctional and that if anything goes south, they'll do their part.
He stares at me again and I roll my eyes. Not this again. They're just dysfunctional, something goes south, they'll do their part.
Are you lying for my benefit or yours?
You tell me, since you're such an expert. I'll repeat it verbatim for you too, since apparently all you care to hear is your opinion, but parroted back in someone else's voice.
He takes in a deep breath and I give a bow in my head to the cheering audience. He wraps his cape close around himself and whips away, presumably to go back and skulk in the shadows. Bye. We're barely out of the gate, and I am already tired to the bone. How the hell does Roz do this all day? Every day?
Oh.
The thing that's changed is the complete and utter asshole of the cat bear. And that is the end. Okay, one more for picking the broom. So neither Boz or Virium, and it's gonna be Broom over here.
I really don't fancy any of our options.
We could just find some random schmo and ditch them as soon as we're out the gate.
And get an innocent bystander involved? No thanks.
Oh, come on!
I shoot him my "it's not up for discussion" glare, and his hands fall limply to his sides in defeat.
Ugh, fine. So much for plan B.
There was a plan A?
Yeah?
Algernon jabs his thumb in the direction of the woman sweeping the floor in the corner, minding her own business, unaware that she is somehow involved in whatever idiotic plan he has up his sleeve. I love that it was plan B, then plan A.
I just told you, we're not involving a rando. Especially the cleaning lady.
But. You didn't let me finish. I'm talking about the broom.
The broom.
Algernon sends me the smirk he gets when he's plotting something and strides over to the cleaning lady. I feel my whole body tense in anticipation of the chaos that undoubtedly ensues whenever he's involved.
I'll be taking this.
With a flourish, she snatches away the lady's broom and she lets out a little indignant, "Hey!"
Sorry, I'd say I'd give this back, but I'd be lying. Thanks, though.
So chaotic. He returns like he didn't metaphorically steal candy from a baby.
Meet Mr. Broom.
He triumphantly holds up the claimed Mr. Broom in his hand. Hi, Mr. Broom. Algernon adapts an unnatural voice and wiggles the broom around.
Why, hello there. I hear you're looking for a new party member, and I'm your man.
Yeah, hello.
Or Broom, really.
I roll my eyes and sigh.
I wonder if Pix will go with this.
So we're doing this? Okay, great!
Okay. With the glasses. He pulls out a pair of sunglasses from his satchel and adjusts them on Mr. Broom's face.
Now, Mr. Broom is one of us.
That's so funny. I love it. I feel like Mr. Broom is staring into the depths of my soul, judging me for all my life choices right now. I nod and hesitate before I take Mr. Broom from him. I summon what confidence I have left in me and approach Pix.
This is Mr. Broom, our new member.
Do you think Pix will like...
Really? After everything I said?
Pix sighs and shakes her head.
It's your funeral. I'll need Mr. Broom to sign on the dotted line.
Algernon is benevolent enough to sign the papers for him.
Meet you in the morning, 7 sharpish, and
Sorry, Pix.
good luck.
I looked at Algernon, his cocky grin, and Mr. Broom silent as ever in my hand.
Thanks, Pix. I'll need all the luck I can get.
The broom just walks with them. Okay. Algernon is sleeping soundly, arm curled around Mr. Broom. His ability to catnap never ceases to amaze me, but the way one of his ears is perked in our direction and occasionally twitches tells me he's keeping tabs on this.
Alrighty then.
Nice. Let's just skip. What happened? Oh, the duck. Mr. Broom is leaning on our bags. His glasses are a bit tilted from the bumpy road, but still look as neat as ever. Can't you nap in any other pose than that? You're making this look like a hearse. Can't hear you. The sun is too loud. The sun doesn't make any sound. Can't really ask much more of him during the daytime. Alright, wait, what's the... Alright, I'm sorry, but Duck can only make the trip during the day. Ducks literally can make the trip anytime. They're a baby. They need their 8 hours. Oh, really? You mean you need your 8 hours?
No.
It's a duck. It's duck shape and duck size. Unlike yours truly, they can sleep any time of day. Whatever, just tell it to shut up before I decide to have it for dinner. And tell yourselves to stop adding to the noise. Duck's loud enough on its own. Algernon slots slightly in approval and closes his eyes again. Algernon looks much more alive now that the sun is shrinking away and Mr. Broom in hand. They're not helping with anything, but they claim they're acting as moral support. The duck is with them too, quacking incessantly in its cage. That thing ever shut up?
Quack.
That's funny. Funny face. Fern unfurls the last of the bedrolls from the cart and drops it onto the ground, glaring at the poor duck all the while. Hey, you're gonna hurt Waddles' feelings. Waddles? Yeah, cute nickname, right?
Absolutely not.
Something about the pitiful cry tugs at my heartstrings, and I step closer to get a better look at the duck.
Quack?
Its dark, beady eyes shine and my lips wobble. I can't believe that. Out of everything in the world, I'm weak to a duck. What if we let it out? Huh? What if we let it out?
Absolutely not.
I understood you the first time, but we can't even entertain the idea of letting it out. We were told not to.
Killjoy.
Just help set up camp, alright? Algernon shrugs and leaves Mr. Broom against the duck's cage to keep watch.
Quack.
Cute little interaction between the two.
Quack, 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 quack.
Cute. With the little heart. I step back and dust off O.
Oh.
Afterwards, the party begins calling it a night. Well, everyone but me and one other party member. Algernon is sitting on a log, wearing an expression rather unlike himself. I shift on both feet, wondering if I should give him space, but concern for him ultimately wins me over. I approach him quietly, though I know he can feel my presence anyways, and sit next to him.
Are you going to be alright?
Worried about me? How terribly sweet and unnecessary. Unlike other people, I don't fall apart every time Roz decides to keel over.
Oh my gosh. He casts a pointed look at Fern, whose back is thankfully facing away from us.
I mean, with food. The trip's at least 2 weeks, and I don't want you starving under my watch. I'll do whatever I can to help, but I draw the line at sourcing innocent humanoid blood.
I'll be fine.
I glance at the half-vampire, and he's still not looking at me. Rather, he's looking up at the starry sky, still pretty out of it.
You can always feed on us.
That's when Algernon finally breaks free of his trance.
Gods no! You all taste like caring and emotion.
Emotion.
It's enough to put any vampire off his dinner.
Really? Algernon gags while sticking a finger in his mouth.
For emergencies then, Al. I don't want you dying.
Hard pass.
Hard pass, he's like, I give him my "it's not up for discussion" glare. I find myself using it more often lately.
You've got to be ducking with me. What, you don't get the joke? You know, with Waddles, who's a duck, and...
Algernon?
Fine! But for extreme emergencies only. You all taste like... ugh, love.
Love. He shudders when he says the word love. But it's how we feel about you. Isn't that a good thing? At least you know we're sure we're not out to kill you. Oh, the misery. My friends care about me. I place the back of my hand on my forehead for added effect.
I know, right? Now I'm obligated to feel bad if I kill you guys.
I don't tell him this, but I'm glad to see he finally cracked a smile.
Well, I'm going to turn in for the night. You'll let me know if something's wrong, right?
Yeah.
He waves me off with his hand and looks back to the sky, though his face doesn't seem to show the same somberness as before. That's good. Nice. We're barely out of the gate, and I already feel tired to the bone. How the hell does Roz do this all day? Every day? I shuffled my bedroll, eyes blinking in the darkness. Roz? Nothing. Hey, Roz. Again, nothing. Usually she's poking her head into everything, but since she left me in charge, she hasn't even bothered to show her undead face. Something's off. Oh, you fell asleep. Okay. Cat wrangling. One unusually angry cat, that's Bern. One unusually distracted cat, that's Peregrine. And one particularly chaotic cat, Algernon, as well as his new pet broom, Mr. Broom. Hey. I swear, it's like the story just keeps getting dumber and dumber. It's fun. It's chaotic. I love it. And that was it. The full game will have around 75,000 words. Most of the stuff is already done. Can't wait for the full game. Yeah, I didn't experience any like wacky stuff, but it's fun. Great. Well, that was the demo for Lord of the Wings. I'm looking forward to the full game. It was fun that there's like 3 options and like Mr. Broom is like a real option because then it's just your party. I feel like it was nice seeing Varium in the route because like it seems like there are lower chances of the duck getting out of the cage. Baz definitely seemed like he wanted to get the duck out of the cage, so... And Mr. Broom, I'm assuming, wouldn't let the duck out of the cage, but Algernon would, so... That's where it is. But yeah, these are all fun characters, and I like it. I want to check out the full game when it's available. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please press the like button, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more visual novel playthroughs on my channel. Yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!